right, everyone. I have Rahi and Roy. And now that the U.S. is officially out of the Gold Cup, we can talk about some other things dealing with the national team and certain comments that were made.
Spicy ones.
You guys aware of this?
Dumb ones.
Well, there was a certain player, for those of you that weren't aware, in the U.S. national team program by the name of Landon Donovan. And, recently he decided to weigh in on certain things. Shall I show this for everyone? I think it's worth a little read here, if you guys are in agreement.
Please
Yeah,
do.
if you like comedy.
The greatest to ever live. The greatest
there ever was. Does anyone want to break this down, what he's saying here? Does anyone want to do a voiceover?
Roy, give us your Landon here.
Landon accent? God, this is... Maybe it's a regal voice, very regal, because he is the greatest. He is the king of American soccer, the greatest we have ever seen, the greatest there ever was, better than Christian Pulisic.
But he's so monotone. He's so monotone.
Monotone. Bring him here. Pay whatever you have to pay him. Bring an American superstar who has global recognition back to MLS ahead of the World Cup. I think it would have been a great move. I can hear the Twitterverse going crazy. Sounds a little bit like that.
I think that's nailed it. I think, yeah. So I think everyone got that point. But yeah. So who wants to weigh in on this?
I know Rocky has very strong. Look at Rocky holding his tongue. Look at Rocky. Jeez Louise, he's burning up over there.
You go first, Roy, because
I'm not going to go first because you're going to attack me. No, you go first.
This is so ridiculous on so many levels. And look, it's sad because it's coming from a player I really love and who represents a lot for U.S. soccer. But let's be honest, had a very different career to what Christian Pulisic is going to have. And I get Landon's bias. He had to carry MLS. He stayed in MLS. This is a different player, a different time. Christian needs to be in Europe, needs to challenge himself. He says it would have been a great move. For who? Not for Christian. You want him to go play at MLS in the prime of his career? What are we talking? This is like, okay, Roy, you know the first national team jersey I ever bought when I was 6, 7 years old? Do you think I bought an Alexi Lalas US jersey? You think that's the first jersey I bought?
I think so, yeah.
No way. I bought a Nigerian Super Eagles jersey because JJ Okocha was playing and Sunday Olise, and they were fun to watch, right? And then I bought a Croatia jersey. These are teams that were fun to watch. The U.S. soccer of an era before us, of Alexi Lalas, and yes, of Landon Donovan, was not a very good team, not very exciting to watch. And there's reasons why we are at a different place where we are now, and we want to be at a different place in the near future. Let's not go backwards. This kind of perspective reeks of American lens. It's like putting on, beer goggles? It's like putting on your American goggles, your MLS goggles, and being like, oh yeah, he'd be wonderful in MLS. At least he'd play. How many players have we seen just simply deteriorate when they come to MLS? Gio Dos Santos, great example. I mean,
he was a mess before he came.
I don't get it. I don't.
He wanted him to go play with Karskia, man. That's he knew it even before he saw the pedal. No, I'm kidding. But,
why would you say this? It's just silly. It's dumb. It's inane. It reeks of America-centricism and not understanding. Look, the world has played this game a lot longer than we have. And by the way, they're pretty good at it. So to think that our league right now can compete with the European leagues, can compete with Italy, Spain, Germany, France. Are you kidding me?
I don't think he's saying that. Let's go back to the quote. I don't think he's saying that at all. He is not comparing MLS to Serie A. He is not suggesting that MLS is as good as Serie A. That is not what Landon Donovan is saying here. And he said it. Look at you. You are the Twitterverse right now, Rocky. You're the one going crazy over this quote. What I got from his quote is, I disagree with Landon that it would have been a great move to bring him to MLS now. No, that's a terrible move to bring him to MLS now. Where I don't necessarily disagree with Landon is that him coming to MLS, depending on how it goes in Milan, let's say Milan goes how it went at Chelsea. Let's say it goes even a little bit worse. He's unhappy. He's lacking confidence. He's not getting minutes. Of course, this is being theoretical. Let's say this happens. Then what? Then what is Christian Pulisic's move in 2025? Is it to go to Inter Milan and potentially have the same issue? Is it to go to Tottenham and potentially have the same issue? No minutes, lacking in confidence, not enjoying the game? Or is MLS him coming to a team like the LA Galaxy, being a leader for the team, being the face of the league, being the face of the team, performing, scoring, assisting, learning to love the game again, building his confidence? Is that so bad? No, it's not so bad. For people, and you say American-centric. American-centric, when it comes to soccer, is shitting on MLS. That is the typical American view. The American soccer fan shits on MLS constantly. It's the worst place in the world. It's disgusting. It's a horrible league. It's a trash league. Anyone who comes here is going to fail. BS. The greatest player of all time played his entire career in MLS, and that's where that comment came from. He believes in Pulisic being at the same level he is, being capable of coming to a lesser league and still retaining his level. We have examples of Altidore and Bradley coming at 31. And yeah, they regress because their age. This is different. So in my view, I think it would be a terrible move for him to come now instead of Milan. He deserves another chance to make it in a big team in Europe. But if he fails and he's struggling come 2025, come early 2026, MLS is a viable option. I don't think the right move would be go to Manchester United after that and hope it suddenly works out. That's my view.
You're talking about the greatest player in American history.
Yes.
Not the greatest. Christian Pulisic's ceiling is much higher. I'm sorry, but his ceiling is higher than Landon's ceiling.
That's fine. But what I just said,
you have to challenge yourself, Roy. How can you? A player has to challenge themselves in the best leagues in the world. Rocky, that challenge needs to continue. He needs to improve his game, and that only happens if he challenges himself on a daily basis. Not if he goes to LA Galaxy and has it easy and scores some goals and is the center of the organization and has a lovely time, hangs out at all the Hollywood clubs. I have nothing wrong with the Hollywood clubs. They're fine. But my issue is you have to challenge yourself in life, man.
My argument isn't that he should go now. We agree on that. It would be terrible for him to go now instead of AC Milan. Fine. That's where Landon got it wrong. 2025, given the circumstances I gave you, he didn't cut it at Milan. He's not getting minutes. He's lacking confidence. World Cup is less than a year away. Is it so criminal to say that he should come to MLS?
Yes. Go to France.
It's criminal. Go where?
To Lyon. Lyon wanted him. If it doesn't work at AC Milan, go to Lyon.
I got the answer. I got the answer.
We got a guy lacking in confidence, lacking in playing time. I don't view MLS the same way you do. I think it's a lesser league when it comes to Europe. I don't see it as a place that the second he steps foot here, he's going to regress as a player. He's going to be terrible for the national team. I feel you're viewing it that way. But I think that's ridiculous.
He's above MLS level. We can both acknowledge MLS has developed and is improving, but he's a player well above that level.
Yeah, you guys are going in circles now. But I will say this: I think let's see how he does at Milan. I mean, I think that this particular comment by Landon, was a little bit his own personal bias, but at the same time,
it's a bad comment.
He caught headlines. We're all talking about it. Maybe that was his goal. Landon Donovan is back on everyone's radar. But you know where Christian Pulisic is could also go if that doesn't work on Milan? Saudi Arabia. Don't forget about that. That's always an option on the table. And then
would be a nightmare.
And then he can retire after that. But anyway,
Raheel, how about you? Yes. If he makes that comment in 2025, what do you think? Right now, it's horrible. But if he makes that comment in early 2026, how do you feel about it?
Do I think he goes to MLS? Do I think he should go to MLS?
If he has no minutes in Milan, he's struggling there, 2026.
I'm not even thinking ahead to 2026, frankly. That's a whole topic for another time. But I want everyone to concentrate on Copa America 2024. Woo! That's how we're going to end this segment. But anyway, we'll come to you next time with someone who is coming to the MLS, a certain player that people might know about. But some might even call him the GOAT. But anyway, until now, Landon Donovan, please continue to make some comments so that we can talk about him. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, go USA.
Vamos USA.